Welcome people to an episode of Random Rants. Well, it's not technically an episode of Random Rants. It's just me, one guy, ranting about one thing. And it's Black Superman. Like, cut straight to the point. The idea sucks. Warner Brothers is reaching. Generally speaking, I don't think like fans like it. I know there's a side of the argument that says the fact that Superman is an alien, it doesn't matter what race he is. And that's very much true. I mean, we have Sasha Kai, who's playing, Supergirl in The Flash, and she's a Latina. And so to have a Black Kal-El is, I get it, why some people say it doesn't really matter. But to be frank, the issue is there are other Black superheroes, Black Supermen, who WB could have chose to bring to life, and they didn't. They opted to revamp and raise Ben, a superhero that we've all known to be played by a white actor. And again, it's not about the idea of having a Black Superman. It's just the fact that why Kal-El? When you have Calvin Ellis and Val Zod floating around, who have their own stories that can be told. In fact, that's exactly what we thought we were going to get back when the announcement was first made, that Warner Bros. Is going to actually try to adapt a live action version of Superman. So it's for them to kind of spin this news and give us, the Kal-El thing. It's kind of like it threw everybody for a loop. The problem is we all wanted to continue to see Henry Cavill's story. We never got it finished, and it's not about supporting the Snyderverse, because I'm one of the people that I really don't really believe that it should be restored. I've talked about it before that it should be like retcon. But man, Henry Cavill got a raw deal. Yeah, he appeared in a few films, but we never got a Man of Steel, sequel. And it's not to say we can't, but by all accounts, if they're recasting and rebooting Superman to be, Clark Kent to be Black, then what's the point of even having, Henry Cavill in the MCU, in the DCU? Sorry. So I don't know. It's not really a good look for Warner Brothers, in my opinion. It seems like they're reaching after the whole the Ray Fisher thing, and that's also another issue is where was this support for Ray Fisher? When he was asking or mentioning about how people of color, or even people of color, because him and Gal Gadot was mistreated. She was a woman, so the way he the way Warner Brothers treated and ignored the issues that the other actors were having, it's almost as if they did this more of to save face. And so they thought it was a good idea to go ahead and cast a Black Superman, or maybe they just playing us all and they want to see how we all react to the idea that they're going to change Kal-El to to an African American actor, or however they decide to qualify what is Black. And I know a lot of the issues will be what skin tone of Black, and believe it or not, that is an issue. You're gonna get people that's gonna say what should be a dark brother. It should be somebody who's of a darker complexion, because the red skinned dudes get, or what we call red skinned dudes down here, light skinned dudes get get all the roles. Personally, look, I wrote an article about it. I cast 5 guys who I think should play Superman on Bam Smack Pow. Definitely go ahead and check that bad boy out. I'm not gonna lie, I butchered the first one. Well, not the first one, but my number one pick, which was my man who's going to play Hawkman. I cannot think of his name for the life of me, but I did do my own cast. Eldest Hodge. So Eldest Hodge was my number one pick, and for obvious reason, dudes, if you want to have a live action Superman, this dude looks like Clark Kent. And we have no idea, even if Kal-El is going to be named Clark Kent, because let's be frank, when we think Clark Kent, we don't think of a Black dude. Obviously, it's because historically Clark Kent has not been Black. With that said, the idea of this version of Clark, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I read that he's going to be more of the clumsy Christopher Reeves type. They're going to take from the early days of Superman and kind of put that on a big screen. So we're used to seeing the quiet background character that was was Henry Cavill Superman. Like he kind of, was super normal, and he didn't bring any attention to himself.
Mr. Wayne, Clark Kent, Daily Planet.
What's your position on the Bat Vigilante in Gotham?
Well, this version of Superman more than likely is going to be the clumsy fool who you just, under any circumstances, would not suspect he would be the graceful brute, Clark Kent. I mean, Superman, fighting crime. So Clark Kent and Superman will be vastly different in that way. The idea is great that they're going to, reach back to the origins. Just having him as, as a black dude, like it just doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. But again, I'm one person, one of obviously thousands of people who feel the same way. Again, the movie itself, I'm anxious to see like what JJ Abrams is going to do. I know they're looking for, like a black director. And I heard like it's this big battle that Disney and Warner Brothers is having in search for, the same type of quote unquote black directors. Come on, it's lazy for one to even feel like they're looking at the same people, because there are plenty of directors of color, black, African-American directors who they can choose from. They don't have to fight for the same people. But one of the people I want to see take on a comic book movie is Regina King. So if they are looking for a black director, Regina King will be pretty dope. You see her in The Watchmen. She did One Night in Miami, where she basically took up and coming like stars, and the biopic with Malcolm X, Muhammad Ali. I forgot who else, but y'all probably seen the movie. Right now, it's not as in my tongue because this whole Black Superman thing kind of got me thrown. But yeah, like as far as who they're looking at for casting, they could go a number of directions. I want to say, one of the people who I would imagine they'd be looking at, because his name was floating around the Batman with Matt Reeves was casting, and I think his name was floated for like Two-Face. I want to say John David Washington. And I know that's if they decide to go for a big name actor who has some cachet. John David Washington would be really good, I think, in the role to do show the versatility, whether it was in Tenet, but mostly like in the Black Klansman. Like this dude played somebody vastly different in the Black Klansman. He played this black dude who was infiltrated the FBI because of his voice. Like he didn't sound like a black guy.
Calling. I saw your advertisement in the Colorado Springs Gazette. I'm interested in receiving some reading materials from you. My phone number is 103-9994. I'm very much looking forward to you returning my call.
To the KKK leader, he sounded like a white dude. So him and Adam Driver, I can't remember the name of Adam Driver's character. No, I cannot remember the name of his. They had to kind of work dual roles where he would be the voice and Adam Driver would be the white guy infiltrating the Black Klansman. And if anybody's seen John David Washington act prior to the Black Klansman, you will see what I'm talking about. Like this dude played, high-headed, hard-nosed, Antonio Brown-esque, like Ricky Jarrett on, the HBO series Ballers. So, and he already has a relationship with Warner Brothers, not to say any other actors don't, but he already has a relationship with Warner Brothers. Again, like his name has been floated out there early on around the Batman. So it'll be interesting to see if they decide to go for somebody like him, because again, if they want a big name, if they opt to do like take the Ben Affleck route where they want somebody with a big name to play a hero, or they could go with, somebody who's not known at all. Like Regina Page, I think that's his name. But he's more of a lesser known. I can't say unknown, because if you watched the show next to Netflix, Bridgerton, I think that's the name of it. I haven't watched it yet, but I heard it's really good. And I think he's supposed to be the upcoming movie Dungeons and Dragons. I know he played in something else. I don't know if he played in One Night. I don't know if he played in One Night in Miami 2, but I know he had a couple of things. Oh, Chicken George. That's what he played. He played Chicken George in BET remake of Roots.
That'll make you real rich. I gotta know when I can buy me free.
You bungle your farm till it's near in ruin. Waste your money on drink and gambling.
You can't risk your life for that man.
Not for him, for us.
That's where I know him from. I haven't seen him in Bridgerton, but if they want to go with somebody who's a little bit of an up-and-comer, who has a little bit of a name, but not quite, yeah, he'll definitely be it. Another movie played it was Mortal Engines. My daughter just mentioned watching it, so I'm definitely gonna have to check it out. The thing about him, the reason why I wouldn't be surprised if they went for him is he was one of the people that spoke out against them because he went out for the role of Kal-El's grandfather for Krypton, and he was actually turned down for the role because they couldn't think. I mean, they didn't think that Kal-El's grandfather could be black. How ironic is that? I guess it's not really ironic, given that if you believe that they're kind of playing lip service to people and kind of doing it for publicity, almost, just trying to, like, for a social cause, then, calling him, it wouldn't be out of this world. Another act I think would be really good at it is Jonathan Majors. This dude on my list, at least he's number 3. I think this dude is amazing. The only movie I saw him in, I had to keep 100. Not movie, but it was a TV series, Lovecraft Country. Played like the main character, like he came from the military, to discover some family secrets. Like his family had a bit of a magical secret and a very, very, very rich history. And I'm telling you, it is one of the most amazing blends of fantasy and science fiction. I am jealous, like, writing The Last Spartan with, my boy Juan, and obviously y'all know him, he's a co-host on Random Rants. Like, writing The Last Spartan, we are trying to blend science and fantasy. And this show, when I tell you it does it, it doesn't. And this dude is absolutely phenomenal. This dude kills it. But Disney, man, they saw it. They saw his talent and they picked him up. He's about to play Kang the Conqueror for Ant-Man and the Wasp. So it's about, like, for him to come back and then go, like people often tend to do, which is jump ship, to go ahead and play Clark Kent and Superman for JJ Abrams, and whoever the director is going to be, Misha Green, if you're looking for another director. So there you go. Misha Green is the director who did a Lovecraft Country with him. So you can imagine reuniting those two together. They have a crazy dynamic duo. And another person I think would be absolutely phenomenal, this dude is number 2 on my list, is Trey Byers. And I promise you, he would have been number 1 if, I don't know. But it was tough because, again, like I said, I completely butchered with Aldous Hodge, and I think he'll be a phenomenal Superman. But Trey Byers, you may not know the name Trey Byers, but I can promise you, this dude is such a sensational actor. He was on TV, and it was Empire, and he stood toe to toe with the likes of Emmy nominated, I think maybe Oscar nominated, Terrence Howard and Taraji P. Henson. And this dude was a star. Like, I'm talking about every scene he was in, like, this dude stole it. Like, this dude has passion. Like, this dude, I'm talking about the drama, he can bring the drama. And I haven't seen much of him bringing, like, any, like, a comedic aspect or what you would imagine, Clark Kent to be. But when we talk about presence, like, dude's like 6'2", he has a look almost like this square jaw type of look. Like, this dude looks like a superhero. Like, it's almost, and his voice is very powerful, and it's enchanting. Like, you could get lost in it because he sounds like he's giving a speech. Like, so I can hear him, taking on the role of Superman, and anytime he speaks, like, it just, Superman's supposed to be like this, like the Boy Scout, like, the face of, what an American hero is. Again, ironic, given like what we just experienced with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, but that's another conversation for another day. Trey Byers will absolutely nail it. Just hit his dude speak. Like, his voice, honestly, to me, it sounds like Denzel Washington. I'm not saying this dude is Denzel Washington as an actor. No, that's not what I'm saying. But he is really freaking good.
What you doing to me, man?
I'm trying to help you, son.
Oh, son. Oh, so you acknowledge I exist now. I'm your progeny,
Yes, you exist. Yes, you are my son, and I love you.
Oh, you love me too? He loves me too. You choosing me to take over Empire since you love me?
You know I haven't decided which one of my sons.
Piece of business advice from that Wharton education you paid so handsomely for. You picked the one who knows you're murdered. Huh? You scared? You scared? Huh?
Son.
Yeah.
And he is young, and he is an unknown. He has the presence, the physique, the bulk, the voice, the acting chops. I have faith in his ability to pull that role off. And like I told you, like Aldous Hodge, somebody like Aldous Hodge would be a really, really, really good Captain America. Another guy, and I can't think of his name. I think he played in Bird Box. That was Aldous Hodge too, but Trevonte Rose, like, and I know he's been, I think his name is floated around some like Green Lantern fan cast, but this dude, like, he's 31. He played on Moonlight. Yo, I think he'll kill it. I think he kind of looks it like if I thought about his name from jump, I would have definitely had his name on the list instead of Aldous Hodge. Like I said, I butchered the list, at least with my number one pick. But if I had to flip him, it'd be Trevonte Harris, man. Like, I mean, Trevonte Rose. Like, this dude, I'm a fan of, like, his look. I seen him, haven't seen Moonlight yet. It's on the list. If y'all seen like our other podcasts, which I don't think we dropped yet, but other podcasts where we talked about the top 100 movies or top 50 movies of the last decade, Moonlight was one of them that we had to watch. Bird Box and The Predator was the two movies I saw him on. Like, it wasn't nothing it wasn't nothing like crazy that stood out about him, other than the fact that he has a very powerful presence and he has like this star quality about him. And the same thing, like, he has physique, he has that combination between that machiness that you want in Superman, but also he has this thing about him where he can kind of play, like, take the back seat. I think he fits more along the lines of Henry Cavill's version, like, like that Matt Reeves, like that more quiet version. But I have faith in this dude talent. I think he'll be able to nail it, put him on some glasses, make him a stumbling, bumbling fool. And I think, I think he'll be able to kill it. And that's my top five. And I know, like, a lot of people, I know they're going to have their pick of the litter. Like, I know, you have your people. And if it's anybody I forgot, which of course there's plenty of actors that can absolutely nail it. If it's anybody that you feel like can absolutely nail it, man, just drop it in the comments. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think about this Black Superman. And we will be definitely dropping an episode with a panel of people to talk about Black Superman on the next Random Rants. It may not be a panel. I may be exaggerating a little bit. But if you want a panel, you can always go check us out on Geeked Out, because I'm pretty sure we're going to talk about it there too. And I'll be back with Juan and Jeff with the next episode of Random Rants, three guys that know a little bit about everything. Until then, people, peace out.